You should never in this life found yourself in position where you have to force certain kind of things to happen in this world. Things in this life are just not meant to happen by forcing. Everything should happen naturally, on its own time and in certain place. If you have ever looked back your certain decisions and what happened and those situations where you had to force certain things, I can almost guarantee to you that the outcome was not what you hoped for it to be. Yes, you can of course always force things to happen, but the outcome will then be something less good than what you wanted, opposite of that. For example, if I look at this my YouTube channel and those videos that I try to just force to be created in a hurry, not really felt in that moment that good feeling to do that, well, then the outcome also reflected that, and all these things. And so it is in so many things in this life. We as humans should learn to trust more, not being so desperate, and willing to see that if certain things are just not happening like you wanted, or it feels quite forceful and that way also kind of wrong, there have to be certain reason behind that. And maybe it is not the right time for that to happen yet. If you look at, for example, relationships, dating, finding your partner, if you have been a long time constantly trying to seek that companion and you haven't in some reason found that, maybe there could be some more reasoning behind that, that maybe you are not just ready yet, that there is something you to learn more, to grow before you are ready for that. It is kind of liberating when you finally can in some way let loose and not being so controlling or setting certain boundaries or timelines, time limits to certain things to happen and the way those things should happen in your mind. You should always leave space for things to happen in their own way. Leave certain place of mystery to this world. for me at least, it is quite boring if I would know everything that will happen beforehand. Or only things that I would accept is those that I have imagined in my mind before. We should be, as humans, more open, more willing, and just living in a moment more. Can you just finally, in some sense, to let go, to not stress and worry about so much, and give time and space to everything to happen on its own time. And instead of focusing on the outcomes, could you just focus more on the building side? What you can do to change those outcomes? What are those things that are blocking those things to happen? What is needed from me to make it happen? The time will come, end of the all, in its own time, but it will not happen by you just constantly trying to force it again and again. It only happens when you, in some sense, some way, let go of it little bit and put your focus again on some areas. To not being so desperate. There is that thing that it can be seen from you, that desperation, that forcefulness, and it is not never attracting or something positive. You should never try to act, behave from desperation. Because it is some way signaling, giving that message to others that there is something wrong in you, or that you are lacking in some way, that you are forcefully searching something outside of you, that you can't reach on your own, that you can't live without. And when you are putting that kind of pressure and message signal to others, that is not the wanted outcome. Be always sure that when you start something new, that you are ready for it, and the time for it is right. Give everything to its own time and space. Try to always signal confidence, trust, and security instead of all those opposites. Thank you again for listening and watching. I'm offering now personal coaching if you're interested about that. The link will be into the description down below. Thank you again and see you next time. Take care.